Intersex is the term that we prefer as a community because it doesn't pathologize us. It doesn't refer to us as a problem. Prior, we had been referred to as having disorders of sex development, or DSDs. The issue with that terminology is it infers that there is an issue with how we are born that needs to be fixed. My body was actually fully functional when I was born. The reason that I look the way I do, that I present so femme outwardly, is because despite the fact I was born with testes, my body does not absorb testosterone. So my testes would have produced testosterone, but my body would have urinated some of that out, and the rest it would have converted to estrogen, and I would have developed totally naturally on my own. The doctors told my parents that I could get testicular cancer, and they recommended removing my testes. And if you put yourself in my parents' position and you have a newborn baby and you're hearing your child could get cancer, of course you're going to do whatever is in your power to prevent that from happening. Unfortunately, that was not the full scenario. That message was not inaccurate, and that I could have gotten testicular cancer, but anyone who is born with testicles could also get testicular cancer. What the real picture shows is that my risk as someone insensitive to testosterone, as someone with complete androgen insensitivity syndrome, which is my intersex variation, my risk of getting testicular cancer was only somewhere between 1% and 5% at some point much farther down the line in adulthood. This cancer never happens in childhood. And so by removing my testes for some theoretical future, very small risk of cancer, that also put my body into hormone withdrawal because they were taking my hormone producing organs that my body needed to function properly. And that has necessitated that I take hormone replacement therapy, that I take external hormones, similarly to what transgender individuals take, but not to affirm any sort of gender presentation, purely because my body needs hormones to survive. All of our bodies need hormones to survive. By removing my testes in infancy and forcing my body into hormone withdrawal, that actually was leaching calcium from my bones. And so I found out in my early 30s that I now have osteoporosis, which is something that you think of usually with like postmenopausal women or older, elderly individuals. But I have in my early 30s. And again, that's very common for intersex individuals because they were trying to fix something that wasn't broken in the first place. They actually created problems for me.